and I'm extra lit this morning because I mean you probably could tell by the video angle, but I got a new stand-up desk. So I'm about to be standing up working. Uh like I said, it's about to be a great week, and we're gonna just keep hot right into it to the business topic of the day. And that's gonna be innovation for business growth, right? We want to always be thinking about innovating because that's the only way that we can keep or stay ahead of the game. And because, or the reason why we need to do that is because we're, first of all, minority business owners all on the call, and we kind of get left behind when it comes to new things that they put out to the market, when it comes to tapping into uh, business growth and growing. You know, a big thing that I've been talking about is scaling our businesses, making sure that we are not just working for ourselves, but we are trying to work towards employing other people, right? And just growing so that we can provide opportunities to other people. But a couple of those ways is number one is to tap into new markets. And that can be locations, like physical locations, geographic locations. That can be new mediums of which you sell your product, different social media sites, different like websites that you might sell your stuff on. Just all of these different places, different people. You might target a different demographic, or you might be able to tap into another demographic because um, you know, it's we like I said, we came up with our target audience a couple weeks ago, but we might have another product or another service that could cater to a whole nother demographic for whatever specific reason. So that's innovation. You know, that's keeping your mind going. That's thinking about how you can serve the most people possible, right? Next thing is embracing technology. And we want to really wrap our mind around how fantastic technology is and how much is changing and how much we can really do with technology in our businesses, right? We want to think about that type of stuff. Uh, Trey, I'm gonna use this as an example because I know you're an artist, but think about being able to use VR and showing somebody what their tattoo would look like before it's on their body. You know, that could maybe entice somebody to get the tattoo even more, or whatever the case may be. It's just a lot of different things that we could do to embrace technology to help establish ourselves as top tier businesses. Establish sustainability practices. We want to become more efficient, reduce waste, um, or time and resources, right? We want to implement practices into our businesses that's going to allow us to do these repeated efforts over and over again without having burnout. And that's whatever it is that you're doing. So you want to make sure that you are creating and operating a well-oiled machine. That's the biggest thing that we want to always make sure that we're doing. Number four, this is a key one, is think about leveraging your data as an asset. Whatever business you run, you have data on your customers, right? You have um, information on your customers. And you know, the morality of this, you know, is another topic, but this is just a fact. You have data on your customers, and that's like their demographic, their um geographic location. That's you probably got income ranges, you know, you have the things that they bought from you. You have just a lot of different data points, and you can kind of gather those things, and you will use technology to kind of understand the type of data that you have. You know, we talked about data analytics, but there are other companies who may be a offset or a complementary service to what you do that would love to have that data, right? And you can leverage that as an asset as far as you can monetize that data, right? Data is the most important commodity on earth right now, right? And we don't think about it. We got in business terms. It's the most important commodity because with data, you just know so much information, right? You can make so many well-informed decisions based on the data that you have. And number five is stay up to date on consumer trends, take advantage of them, but then also begin to create them. And one of the industries that I'll just like to use an example is the fashion industry, right? You got some companies that wait to see what other companies are putting out for the new season, and then you have some companies who put out what the new season is, and they're the standard, right? So you want to think about that as far as yourself and your industry and what you're doing, right? That's the biggest thing. Anybody got any other tips, ideas on how they like to innovate to grow and scale their business? Facts. For sure. Yeah. So we'll hop right to the self-development topic. Super important topic because this is like the number one fear of all people that they say. So public speaking. We need to develop public speaking as individuals because we never know when we're going to be in a situation that we need to public speak. And some ways to get better at public speaking is going to be practicing, right? Practice in the mirror, practice at family reunions, practice when in a group of friends, right? It might you might not think about it as public speaking, but it really is. Practice, just practice all the time. You never know when it's going to be your time to make an impact. Um, and so have a great opening, right? And this could be for a speech, or this could be for any type of public speaking. It don't necessarily have to be like a speech type of environment, right? This right here, what I'm doing is public speaking. I try to work on, how I approach opening the call every morning, right? It's just practice every day. You want to be engaging whenever you're talking, be able to tell stories and be confident. Those are the main things to effective public speaking. But the number one thing is just practicing. And I think it's so important to develop public speaking skills because um, it's like I said, it's the number one fear of a lot of people. So not a lot of people are doing it. And if you can become a speaker, especially in your industry or your field, you can monetize that skill, right? And then but also people will look to you as a thought leader in whatever it is that you talk about. So, and at the bottom line, it just prepares us to be ready in any room, anytime to make that impact. You never know when you might be around some kids or some adults who might need to hear something that you got to say. And you want to be able to captivate them and break it down to them so they can understand it and you can deliver it to them. Anybody got any thoughts on public speaking?
Yeah, I think the best advice that I received about public speaking was to like shift your focus from uh the critiques you might be getting from the crowd and shift it to what you're giving, like what you're serving, the gems you're dropping.
Yeah, exactly. Really, it don't even like like when criticism don't even matter, right? Because more than likely, out of everybody that you're speaking to, only maybe one or two other people would even get up there and talk in front of all those people anyway. So that's a huge point as far as when it comes to the critiques. As long as you don't go up there and freeze up and like don't say nothing, then it really can't go wrong. Um, so it's like just having the courage, to having the confidence to just do that and be up there and make sure and be confident not only in yourself but in the information that you're presenting. Like you said, know that you're dropping gems on people, um, because you know what you're talking about. So I should have added that up there. It's research, right? Whatever you're about to talk about, just be knowledgeable about it. That's important too. You don't want to just go out there and start saying nonsense. But anybody else had anything else on public speaking?
Yeah, I had saw something somewhere. I mean, I guess it depends on where you speaking at, but they were pretty much saying like, be honest. Like if you're nervous, sometimes it makes it easier to go up there and say, hey, I'm nervous, and let them know because most people can relate. So then they'll be a little easier with you, or they'll kind of, I guess maybe they'll give you more motivation, or they'll be smiling more and stuff like that. So it'll kind of help you out with as far as public speaking.
No, that's a fact. That's a super fact. I had my first time I had to speak in front of like 300 middle schoolers like last year. And that was my first time speaking in front of that many people. And kids at that. First thing I got there and said was like, "Y'all, this is my first time ever speaking to this many kids at once." It's literally the first thing I said. They all started laughing. Um, and I said it just like right. I had but it goes into just knowing, like I said, having a good opening, being engaging, but like you said, also being honest. I literally was at the school like, "Yo, this is my first time ever talking to this many kids." So I hope y'all can tap into what I'm about to tell you. But yeah, being honest is a huge, huge key. Huge key. Anybody else have anything on that? Oh, so just wanted to go over some business news, business updates. That I don't know if y'all have known or heard about so far, but so Kamala Harris was in Durham over the weekend, doing some speaking. She said that the federal government is going to be giving 32 million in funding to minority-owned businesses through the mediums of venture capital funds. So I have two of them right here. This first one, uh, WOC Star, WOC Star, that's specifically for women-led businesses, and this one right here is for all small businesses. But the 32 million is for minority owned businesses, right? So there's federal government money that's coming in. So, and these are not the only two venture funds, these are just the two I was able to find doing some quick research. But these will be some resources to get funding. So you want to check these out and see what they have to offer. And also just for everybody that votes, Tuesday is voting for the primary election for those candidates. But yeah, just some business news. Want to keep y'all up to date on some stuff as we keep moving forward, as we keep growing, as we keep elevating every single day. Anybody have anything else that we anything any feedback, any other comments or anything we discussed today? Cool. So yeah, make sure y'all share. Make sure you tell your friends. Appreciate everybody for joining. And we'll be right back at it tomorrow. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. Have a great and blessed week, everybody.